Hey, check out these spider's eggs. I found them in my nose.
I want to see my nose spider eggs.
Hey, look, it's old man Tipton. He looks like Hume Cronin.
Hey, Hume. Hey, Hume. Hey, Humey.
Oh, I think he saw us. Did he see us?
Who?
He probably didn't see us.
Who?
If he saw us, he'd be mad because I put a rotten egg in his mailbox.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah-huh.
I'm gonna nurple you.
Okay, I did it. Ah!
You deserve that for lying.
I know, but it would have been funny if I did, though, right?
Yeah, it would have.
Hey, check out this new toy. My dad got it for me. It looks pretty cool, right? Because I got straight A's and it's my birthday and I turned 12. I'm gonna be an astronaut when I grow up.
It looks like you could jump on the moon, but on the steps.
Oh, hey, look, it's Mrs. Gonzalez. She looks like Elizabeth Pena. Hey, Elizabeth. Beth, you're looking kind of pregnant. Oh, crap, she sees us. Hide. Is she coming this way?
Who?
Is she's coming this way? Miss Gonzalez.
Who?
She's walking away.
Who?
You know, I made out with her, Mrs. Gonzalez.
With who?
Mrs. Gonzalez. I made out with her. I got her pregnant.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nurple
Oh, okay, I didn't.
you. You deserve that for lying again.
I know. Hey, I'm only like 2 months younger than you, and you said when I turned 12, I finally have a beard like you, but it hasn't happened yet.
I don't know what to say. I shaved this morning. It just comes in like this.
Check out this magnifying glass. I use it to burn things.
You shouldn't do that. You could catch something on fire.
Did I set something on fire last night?
What?
The building.
Nuh-uh.
Yo, the whole building caught fire.
I don't believe you.
It did. The whole building caught fire and burned down.
No way. How's the building still here?
All these little guys came last night and they fixed it all up new again.
This is new?
What can I say? It's new.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. It happened.
I'm gonna nurple you.
No, ah.
That's for lying, and you watched way too many movies.
You don't have to do it so hard. Ow. Hey, check out this drill. I made it into my laser gun. I attached this old laser pointer to it. It's so cool.
That is so cool.
And I wanted it to be wireless, so I cut the cord and I bashed it a little bit and I put some tape on it to make it look all futuristic.
That's so cool. I want to make one of these. My dad's got a drill just like that.
Where do you think I got it? Oh, shoot. There's your dad. I think he sees us. Come on, run this way. Well, welcome to our second episode of our show and now our feature presentation.
Where we don't just love movies, we
live them. I'm Josh Sanchez, Carlos Jr., and this is...
Carey Williams, not Bobby.
So, Bobby, our movie today is...
Not Bobby. Our movie today is Batteries Not Included.
So it's Hume Cronin as Frank and Jessica Tandy as Faye Riley are an elderly couple in New York living in a depressed part of town where they run a diner and an apartment building, which is home to a poor but friendly group of people. And one day, Frank and Faye learn that the property developer wants to sell the apartment. When they refuse, the diner is vandalized, and however, Frank and Faye and the tenants are aided by mysterious flying saucers.
The little guys.
The little guys. So let's go into some of this information about the movie.
The movie was released in December of 1987 with a budget of $25 million, and it grossed $3.3 million in its opening weekend, and overall $32.9 million between U.S. and Canada, and $65 million worldwide.
So we could say that this movie was a success.
I would say so, based on the budget versus the gross. That's a pretty good jump.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. So this movie, they started principal photography in August of '86 in New York, but location scouting was a year before. With producer Ronald Schwari. Forgive me if I say that wrong. His last name.
We may butcher a few names.
Yeah,
in
sorry.
this one.
We apologize. And I'm going to quote. This is a very long quote that it was said in an interview. He explains that since the story called for a solitary building amidst rubble, we had to find a vacant lot with burned out buildings all around it. We finally settled on an actual building on 8th Street between Avenues C and D on New York's Lower East Side. The building no longer stands. It was probably located where the Housing Bureau location is, right where it is. But production designer Ted Hayworth designed a 3-sided 4-story tenement facade and oversaw its construction on a location that covered most of the city block.
So we had a front and sides, but no rear to the building.
In the name of authenticity, they brought in 50 to 60 truckloads of rubble to cover the once vacant lot. It was so realistic that the sanitation department actually came and took some trash away.
So funny.
The prop garbage it's insane. It's insane.
They actually had some trouble from like zoning people as well for the building.
Like the diner was so realistic that people actually stopped in to try to eat there. One of the local plumbers agent for the local plumbers local of New York City visited, demanding to know why there wasn't a permit downtown at the city hall.
Because they kept mistaking it for a real building and not like staged or propped area.
That is insane.
Yes.
And I mean this next part is just totally blew my mind. Did not even know this.
It was originally intended to be an episode of the series Amazing Stories until Steven Spielberg decided that it should be expanded into a full feature film.
So all growing up, I 100% thought this was a Spielberg film. And it's a Steven Spielberg Presents. And it was because he was working on this Amazing Stories series, and it was supposed to be one of them.
And it definitely has a look of a Spielberg production.
That's amazing, Bobby.
Like when you're going through, it's not Bobby.
Okay. It's just, it's amazing that he was able to take this, was supposed to be a short, and make it a full
movie.
And I'm so glad that it was, because just as a kid watching this movie, it just blew my mind. I loved every aspect of it. I just loved, everything.
There's a certain magic to most of the Spielberg
certain
movies.
Magic. And some notable awards and nominations. Saturn Award for Best Actress, Jessica Tandy. Saturn Award nominated for Best Fantasy Film. Young Artist Award, Best Family Motion Picture Comedy. And interesting thing too.
What's kind of cool in several of the productions that they're in, you have Hume Cronin and Jessica Tandy, who are actual real life husband and wife, and they end up portraying that in multiple movies.
It's insane. I love them both. Amazing,
they're great.
phenomenal actors.
Jessica Tandy's wonderful in this.
Oh, she is.
She plays a great old lady character in everything that she's in.
Amazing.
She's
Bobby.
always a character
amazing,
for sure.
Amazing, Bobby.
Listen, guy, it's not Bobby.
Director Matthew Robbins, pictured here, directed some movies such as Sugarland Express, Dragon Slayer, Warning Sign. Yes, great movies.
So like my first fantasy movie as a child.
Exactly,
probably.
Bobby. Also executive producer of The Legend of Billie Jean, Amazing Stories
Also love
episode,
those.
The Main Attraction. This movie, Batteries Not Included, Off the Ground music video by Paul McCartney, and of course, Mimic. These are just a few of the great things that they've done, Bobby. Also presented by Steven Spielberg, pictured here. We're not going to go into a ton of Spielberg stuff because we will eventually get to a Spielberg movie and we will just go in depth, a little more in depth.
There's so much to cover.
There's so much stuff, Bobby, so much. You know,
Listen,
Schindler's List, Jurassic Park.
It's not Bobby.
Oh, I'm sorry. Robert, Mr. B.
It's Carey.
It's okay, sure, Bobby. Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, Jaws, E.T., of course, the incredible Indiana Jones movies. Oh, don't even get me started on Indiana Jones.
Shaped my childhood.
Oh my gosh. Now we'll just go back and forth. Cast member Hume Cronin, pictured here, also from Cocoon, Brewster's Million, The World According to Garp, and then
You have Jessica Tandy, who's also married to Hume in Cocoon. You have Fried Green Tomatoes, one of her best. Same with Driving Miss Daisy, The World According to Garp as well.
And then Frank McRae, who played Harry Noble, pictured here. Used Cars, Vacation, Red Dawn, The Wizard, Last Action. And when I just remember, I just watched Red Dawn recently, and I was like,
Wolverines.
Oh my gosh, this is great. And I saw him, he's one of the teachers. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I love it. Last Action Hero. And of course,
you have Elizabeth Pena. She's La Bamba, Vibes, which is a really unknown one that I love, and The Incredibles.
I haven't seen Vibes.
Oh, it's so good. We're going to have to add it to the list.
Incredibles. And then Marco Carmine, of course, one of my favorites. Carlos, oh my gosh.
Carlos is great.
Carlos Jr., come on, Carlos. And then, he's Invasion USA, Miami Vice, Leviathan, and then Dennis Boutsikaris.
Which is, what I remember him from is Crocodile Dundee. Also The Dream Team. That's a lesser known one that I've always enjoyed. And of course, Better Call Saul.
And then, of course, John Pankow, for Rambo 2, The Secret of Mike Seth, Johnny Be Good. Also in Mad About You. I love him as Cousin Ira in Mad About You. It's just great.
And then you have Wendy Shaw, who is in another Spielberg production, Inner Space. She's also in the amazing movie The Burbs. And most people may know her from American Dad as Francine.
Yeah, American Dad. And of course, as always, we always want to have something from the movie, and we have the press kit here, which Carey's going to show us.
We always try to grab them anytime we can. It's as I bop my head off the microphone for us. It's something cool because it's a little piece of history from when the movie released. They would have used this to market the movie and have them at different reviewers' hands. And we'll go ahead and pass a couple of the photos along. It's always some black and white stills from the production and cast photos.
It's great. It's always great. It's always great to see all these photos.
A lot of times it's just shots from the scenes, but then other times it'll be things that weren't actually in the movie or behind the scenes production shots. It'll have both cast and crew featured prominently in a lot of them.
Oh, these are all so great.
Oh, yes.
So great.
Just like a little time capsule into the production of the movie. Half the time I enjoy the folders just as much too, because it's just a neat little piece of history. This one features the little guy here. And then you have Jessica and Hume right there. They also have little write-ups about it. Like this is just a list of the cast. Here is production notes. Gives a little synopsis about the movies. And then depending on the press kit, you'll have things where they'll give like a breakdown of the different characters played by the different actors. Like that's Hume's right there. Here's Jessica Tandy's. And then we have one for the director and co-writer, Matthew Robbins as well. And so we can go ahead and show you the folder to feature right there as well. It's just a nice little bundle to just kind of give you descriptions of the movies and little pictures to just show what's to come.
All right, some of the scenes that stuck out to me, of course, are their bowl scene spinning. And I love.
Wonderful one when she's feeding them like they're pigeons with little like nuts and bolts and stuff
Bobby.
like that.
It's so great, and especially when she like throws the can in there.
And she's almost like making a noise at them when she's like trying to feed them.
It's like she's feeding chickens.
Yes, it's like
pigeons.
calling them over to eat. You know what I mean? And
yep.
everybody thinks she's just mad and
fantastic. It's fantastic. And then when she breaks the watch, that's one of my favorite scenes too. And then she looks over like, oh, look what's about to happen here.
And then the diner gets fixed.
Oh, the diner gets fixed. And then the whole music that's one of the things I love about this movie. I love the music.
It does have a great soundtrack.
It's a great soundtrack. This is not like music that I would normally listen to.
But great
for what this movie is, it's a great representation of like an older couple in like the modern, and it's like this big band, some of it's big band music.
That's exactly what I was trying to think of, is like the big band description for it.
It's so fantastic. And I just remember as a kid, I just loved the music.
And it was a way to get exposed to something that in our youth, where it's not like necessarily the stuff that they're playing on the radio, so it's a new kind of music to hear and experience.
And right in the middle of the movie, there's a music montage, and there's a part where he's like dialing the phone or something, and it's fantastic. So, and then of course Faye having a ball with breakfast, and then of course course, Carlos's swagger walk to the pigeon.
Carlos is a great character, even though he's a villain and he tries to be redeemed. I mean, he's a wonderful, like, comical villain, we'll say.
It's fantastic. I love Carlos. I love his swagger walk. I love his tracksuits. I love his
Listen, lady.
Listen, lady. It's Carlos. It's not Bobby.
Of course,
I'm not Bobby.
Yes, not Bobby.
Not Bobby, exactly. And of course, I love the magnifying glass of them just being so curious, and he puts the magnifying glass up to one of the little guys. And then, of course, the whole feeding them. The one-liner that we just talked about, of course.
Where we're making the running joke of not being Bobby because she mistakes Carlos as her deceased son, which is a sad element of it.
It's a very sad element. And I think this movie portrays that really well, of like everybody around her, all her close friends, her husband, all her close friends, the other tenants, they know what happened.
Right. And it's hard,
but we as an audience member don't know what happened
until the very
end.
the reveal
until you see the reveal at the end with the newspaper, and you're like, oh my gosh.
No, that's why she keeps calling this guy Bobby.
And it's like she keeps calling this guy Bobby, and she keeps saying like, that's why he drove away, and you drove him away, he's gonna come back. You drove him away, and it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on with this lady? She's insane. And then you get this reveal, and it's very, very sad.
And it's funny until it's sad. That's the thing about it. Is like, you're like, why does this lady keep calling this dude Bobby? And he's getting flustered by it.
It is insane. And then at the very end, of course, he's trying to somewhat
redeem himself,
and he's trying to get them out of the building.
And that's when she finally doesn't believe them to be Bobby.
Bobby. And he's like, gee whiz, Mom. And it's just,
when he leans into it, it's pretty great.
It's amazing. He's an amazing actor. Actor. To be able to do that. Like,
I'm kind of sad that he wasn't featured in more stuff that we've seen.
And then she comes to the realization, of course, he's not Bobby. And then you see the newspaper clipping. And then, of course, we know how it ends. The building burns down.
Until the little guys,
come
along and save the day.
Yep. It's amazing.
And everybody's surprised. Like, how did this pop up? Who did this?
It's great. Great. Love little guys.
And I mean, just like everything, especially for the era, the little guys look amazing.
Oh, they look so.
When they come flying through the window, every scene that they're in.
Every scene. Like, I mean,
other stuff at that time like didn't look anywhere close to what that looked like.
It didn't look good at all. Yes.
I definitely feel like those little guys inspired some other character designs in the future.
Yeah, we have some ideas. It's possible. Some theories. Some theories. Of course, I love the music. This movie was great as a kid. I loved the whole idea of just these little flying saucers coming and just coming and saving the day.
Sentient electronics, sentient vehicles, or whatever you want to refer to them as.
I love the whole, like, even though it's sad, the third one, when it's born, it's a stillborn. And of course, we have
I can never remember his name. I refer to him as the boxer.
The boxer, of course.
He talks in TV phrases.
In TV phrases. He goes and he digs it up and he fixes the little guy and then trains him with the whistle, the dog whistle. And
He's calling him with the dog whistle.
And I love that because when they at the end, when they finally get lost, he's out
there just hunting
with the megaphone
out there in the city, just whistling
that
for
little
him.
guy hears it and goes and it leads the other two back. It's the whole getting back together thing. I love it. I just love it. My favorite character, of course, is Carlos.
And he's great. As much as I do enjoy Carlos along with Josh, the little guys for me are the star of the show. I just can't help but love anytime there's little creatures or characters and things that somebody's manufactured to be sentient. I fall in love with the creature
I love the
designs,
little guys too,
designs.
and I didn't want to take them because I knew you loved them so much. So I was like, I'm going to take Carlos because I am Carlos Jr. Anyway.
It's fair, you have to support the family members.
Gotta support old Papa.
Old Papa.
My favorite actress, Jessica Tandy, she is spot on fantastic in this movie.
And I agree with you on that. Mm-hmm. She is great in this movie, but this is probably my favorite movie that Hume is in.
Yeah.
Even though he's great in Cocoon.
Cocoon, yes.
But I think that he does a great job in this movie. And Jessica's going to be my pick in some of the other movies we do in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and toss the husband some love this time around.
Of course. And with that, we are going to toss it
to our sponsors.
Come on, cameraman, I got work to do.
Running a business of this caliber, a business of this type, this aggressive business style, it's not easy. It's not for everyone. You got a problem with a tenant, an overdue guest, or just someone you know?
Eliminated?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm running a legitimate business here. We have a special skill set, and it's definitely not for everyone. Yo, cameraman, none of these faces get blurred, all right?
We do that in post.
A post. Now that would be an interesting implementation for an eviction.
Time to go!
Give us a call. So you saying there's multiple people inside? All right, I guess I gotta call me some backup. We can handle anything, but sometimes you just need more bodies to handle the situation at hand. Look, you guys are leaving one way or another.
Well, there's one of you and three of us.
Yeah, you at the right place. Come on up. You guys are gonna make me use the special sauce.
This is my associate, Applesauce.
I got a way about things. I mostly let this thing do the talking.
Downstairs.
These old folks are like the grandparents from Willy Wonka, just lying in bed all day.
They just want a golden ticket to time to go! Nah.
Sometimes it's the ones that are closest to us, the ones we love, our loved ones.
You know you stayed too long here at David's house.
That's why I said earlier, this isn't for everybody. It's hard. It's tough.
It's one of the reasons why I call my longtime friend Applesauce into the mix.
Yeah, Junior called me up and he's like, yo, Applesauce, you want a job? And I was like, nah, really. My junior writing classes weren't going anywhere anyway. They just got a bias against people like Applesauce. That ginger hate.
You know, ever since Applesauce has come into the business, he's been revolutionary. I mean, we're called the victors. And that's something that Applesauce has brought to our attention. You know, the title of our position. You know, he brings a lot to the table. And like our appearance. We do exercises now. we never did that before. He's even got us doing this yoga thing.
Boys doing yoga. I taught him this one. I call it downward facing dumbass. So JJ, what's with the tags? You got too many tags on you still.
You know I don't do laundry, boss. Laundry's for suckers.
You just gonna sweat that up?
I return these.
You gonna sweat that up and take it back to Kmart?
Yeah, you know it.
Oh man, that's a good idea. I should start doing that. And what, it looks like it's kind of harder to work out with that hammer than, you know, not to have a hammer, I gotta say.
I'll never put it down.
Junior said your name was El Martillo. I thought there was just like Marty in Spanish, but he says it's hammer, I guess, or something.
You know, we toss people out for a living. But the sauce takes it to a whole new level. I have seen him straight up chuck an old lady out the door. I've literally seen him punt an old man. I love that glimmer in his eye when he's doing his thing.
You see that one? You see that one? I don't brush that one. You know what's coming. You best be using this time to pack. Get the out. Oh, hey, Grandma. Yeah, I'll be right over. Yeah, you know I love my job, and people don't like doing my job. But somebody got to do my job, and that's where I come in. You shut up, Grandma! You know what I do for a living! Don't make it time to go! You boys sure you don't want any of this cereal? Grandma! You embarrassing me in front of the camera fellas! You're making me dribble!
So yeah, we a legitimate business.
So you really think this apple juice guy is going to get me to leave?
It's applesauce, bitch!
The business of eviction.
We can handle anything.
That room over there.
You know, running a business of this caliber, a business of this type, this aggressive business style, it's not easy. It's not for everyone.
They're making memories somewhere else.
You got a problem with a tenant, an overdue guest? Give us a call.
So that was really interesting. Maybe we should probably get a new sponsor.
I don't know who was vetting this sponsor, but we need to maybe talk to that person or let them go or something. Because, yeah, I'm not sure if we want to be associated with these guys.
So let's go into the prop segment. Some of the great things about movies are the props, and our in-house prop master recreator, Amy Williams, decided to make all these little guys, and it's just freaking amazing. The detail and the homage to Batteries Not Included created here, and it's just amazing to be able to see what is happening. And then we got a little guy flying around here in front of us. It's this one's a little out of control.
Don't anger them.
It's just amazing to see the detail that she put into these, and I mean, the originals. These look so close to them. They're spot on. It's amazing. How well.
I'm sure their prop department wished they had access to some of the tools that Amy has at her disposal.
This is hours and hours
and
hours of.
And then you see those little antennas everywhere. Those are probably been re-glued
on
and
reattached
half a dozen or more times,
man,
because there's no real safe way to store these little fellas, unfortunately. Yeah, I'd try to put them in a box or any way of moving them around and be like, well, snapped off 2 of the antennas. Something else that was cool about it, Josh, while she was producing them, was noticing little details that we didn't notice in the movie. Like the little girl one has earrings and high heels to designate her as a female robot versus the the other one. So it's like, you couldn't tell the mom was the mom, other than that she was smaller in size.
Well, I could tell that the mom was the mom because of her eyes, the way her eyes looked.
Okay.
When I originally saw the movie, I thought that was a girl and this was a boy, but I had no idea the differentiation between the little
I didn't
ones
either
at all, and I had no idea that this was even a girl.
Until she worked on the little girl. It was so sad. It was just so cute that she has like
amazing. So amazing, and the detail is extraordinary.
I do have to
can't
point
stress
out,
that enough.
And I just feel like there's familiarity to them either from past movies or current things. That guy right there, I swear to God, the person that designed the game, Ratchet and Clank, had to be like, yep, I'm going to make Clank look like a little guy from Batteries Not Included, because it sure does to me.
It's amazing. I love the droopy eyes.
Oh, yes.
The droopy, sleepy eyes. I just love it.
Thank goodness they brought him back.
Yep.
But I'm really glad that you picked this one, like I said, because it's one that I haven't visited, since childhood. And I do remember enjoying it, but it's just one of those ones where it's just sometimes you forget to revisit, certain movies. And I'm really glad this is one that you picked so I could enjoy it again.
I loved this movie as a kid. Of course, anyone who had cable growing up, and you would always just on Saturdays afternoon at the movies, it was always a channel that had some kind of movie that was playing almost like on repeat. This was one of the movies. Whenever it was on, I sat there and I watched it. It's just,
and there's many like that for me. It's like every time it's on, it's gonna catch your attention. You gotta watch.
It's amazing, and I just love this movie, and I'm glad to be able to share it with you, my friend.
And hopefully, you guys can enjoy it out. Oh, Bobby. Listen, lady.
It's not Bobby.
It's not Bobby.
I'm sorry, Carey.
All
the
right.
episode is over, and I'm glad that you guys tuned in to watch. And now our feature presentation. I'm Josh Sanchez, and this is
Carey Williams.
Until next time.
We'll
Thanks,
see
guys.
you again.